My name is Kyobutungi Rina from Software Engineering, 4th year, and we are presenting our tutorial about ethical dilemmas, a subtopic in professional ethics for software engineering. And this is Group 9 presenting to you.
I am Namanyira Alex, also in Group 9 in the final year of software engineering, and we are going to do a tutorial about ethical dilemmas.
My name is Gole Andrew, Group 9, Software Engineering Year 4, and this is our YouTube video for Ethical Dilemas.
Your fun, your vacations. That is because for me, when you're canceling your fun to do the work, it is really very hard, especially for me.
Let's assume like you had maybe a trip and you are planning to go somewhere. Then in this your journey, your boss calls you back. The issue has come up, and you are forced to just cancel the trip. Go and sort out that issue, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about it.
So that is ethical.
That's cancel vacation.
And ethical dilemma, right?
Yes, an ethical dilemma.
I think you can go to another.
Ethical dilemmas.
Let's talk about red lights.
Red lights.
How does red lights? When you talk about red lights, I have a feeling it's where not all of you are clear about the work that is being done, and you feel like there is a lot that you want to not be sure about, especially the software engineer and the client especially.
There's also this possibility of you are tasked to do work as a software engineer. You have to sign a contract with the employer, but because maybe this contract has a lot of money, the employer asks you, will you deliver this work within 1 week? I want it in 1 week. And all you can see is the money. You don't want to miss out on it.
Neither.
So you
Talk
know
about it.
you can't finish it in 1 week, but you tell him, you know what, I'll finish it in 1 week.
Then there is this scenario whereby you're already behind schedule.
Yes.
Your project, but the project manager denies the fact that the project is undertaking
Is behind schedule.
So that is a red line.
That's a red line. Okay. So, by the way, also another one that we could talk about is Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible. Hope you know how, now like in Uganda, someone may want you to do a software, for example, that will help that will detect bombs in a building according to the lights it has. But then for you also know it is impossible. What do you say?
It is impossible. But you decide to want to take the project.
Yes, and because you also
It's not possible.
yeah, it is not possible, but you just want to, you want to find your way around.
So if you are asked to accept a duty that you know it is impossible for you to meet, that can become a mission.
Can become Mission Impossible.
Imagine the project needs like 1 year. But then they ask you, can you do it in 3 weeks? Then you accept it. When you know it is you know you
Talk
cannot
about it, right?
That is Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Okay. That is it. Then which other one?
There's also this one, sweep it under the rug.
Put under the rug.
Sweep it under the rug. This is where you are given work. Then, let's say you're supposed to deliver it in 1 week, but you're kind of caught up, and maybe like the following day is the deadline. So you look at the work, it has some anomalies, has some errors,
You just realize them
but
when
you
are
just
qualified.
realize them the day before. But remember, the deadline is tomorrow. You don't have time to debug the program.
Yes.
So what you do is tell this person
Everything is okay.
everything is okay, because you know probably this employer doesn't have knowledge of the code, so he will not see the errors. So you cover it up and tell him, program is okay, I'll deliver it tomorrow.
Yes.
You see, even sometimes they have a feeling maybe that error will disappear with time.
Yeah.
So you can just keep quiet afterwards.
Because I remember the time we were learning about errors or faults. They talked about faults that just disappear in the code like that. So maybe you could be thinking about that one.
So they just keep quiet.
They just keep quiet about it. Yeah, so that is.
And in the long run, these errors are going to cause problems to the
But
system.
usually, I think the developers do not mind what happens after they have submitted the project.
Yes.
Because by the time errors come, they'll be working on another project. Arrangement with that organization.
Okay, yeah. So that was sweep it under the rug. By the way, I've now understood it. Because I was only thinking about the faults and the errors. Now, which other one?
Then we have, we're talking about rush job.
Rush job.
Rush job.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's the problem. This video is going to be very heavy.
Is lower.
Yeah. And it's 800 megabytes.
They've said it is lower.
No memory. It's okay, just put it on. I think I have to transfer it.
You
You have
just.
first transfer.
My name is Aligi Moses. I'm going to talk about ethical dilemmas. One of the ethical dilemmas I'll talk about is mission impossible. When I talk of mission impossible, this is when a software engineer has to develop a software in a very short time, which may not be possible. So my advice to them is, if you know that your client wanted the software in a very short time and you cannot meet the deadline, my advice is, for you to be safe, you better engage them and you renegotiate on the schedule. Otherwise, you want to do a very perfect job, which at the end will tarnish the name of will tarnish the name of the profession. Another thing is rush job. Rush job here I mean a software engineer has produced a software, but the software is of poor quality. What they have to do, you have to still you have to negotiate for more time, because when you do your things very fast, you tend to leave so many things. You leave their bugs in your software, whereby when you give it to your customer, it won't help them in any way. Yet you have been paid for the services. So all in all, mission impossible, they go hand in hand with the rush job. So when you doing your work, when you have gotten a work to do, make sure that you look onto it critically and you decide before you take on. Thank you.
Your ethical dilemmas.
We are still talking about what?
Rush job.
Rush job. So with the idea of rush job, I think it's about just wanting to finish the job. Is what I'm thinking about. Wanting to finish the job.
elaborate? Okay, let me give you a scenario. Maybe a developer is working on a certain software project. Understand? But maybe due to unavoidable circumstances, they get caught up by time. The client wants the software, and they are forced to do what? To deliver a product which is having low quality, maybe even some key functionality missing.
Okay.
It could be functioning well, but when it is of low quality.
Okay.
The code is okay, but when the quality is bad.
My quality is good.
That is rush job.
Rush job.
Then
We talked about red lines.
finish that one.
There's non-diligence.
Non-diligence. Yes.
Non-diligence, I'm imagining how, right now we are suffering to do our final project, but it is an issue of you do the work, there are different things you talk about on the document, and then when you do the software, it is different things that are seen. I don't know if that is the one.
Because it's that way.
You are going to work on the project. You have not even seen the documentation. You don't know the requirements. So it turns out to be a different thing than what you initially thought.
I think what causes that is that you don't get to understand the requirements. You don't get of the customer. Yeah, so you end up doing your own things and assuming your own things.
But the problem I think is also the customers are not sure about what they want at times.
Yeah.
So it complicates everything.
Yeah, and also non-diligence, it also occurs when you fail to listen to what your staff members when they voice out their concern.
Okay.
Yeah. You can also listen to that ethical dilemma.
Okay. So the other one I wanted to talk about is mea culpa. Mea culpa. And
What's it all about?
I think mea culpa is where you do the software, but essentially it lacks some key functionality. But,
Or as non-software defects.
Okay, known software defects. But I wonder how you can be able to supply software that lacks key functionality. I don't know how you people look at it.
Sometimes you may have like a certain situation whereby a software project which maybe was supposed to be like in 3 months, maybe something can come up and you're supposed to maybe say demonstrate such a project maybe to the clients, customers. See? Understand? So you are forced to use that product you're working on as a demonstration of what the client's customers may be like in case of an exhibition.
Okay.
Your client may want to use it for a major exhibition.
Okay. I've seen it.
Yeah, we are together.
We are together. Now, I don't know, there's this one I was thinking about. Is it not my problem? Yeah. Not my problem. I don't know.
Not my problem. Yeah.
But how does not my problem come about?
So occasionally a project team or staff will concern itself with day-to-day activities, accepting development cultures. So let me say, as a team, can be working on certain project. Each team member can be having a task, or group of members have a task. But to me, I think at a certain point comes whereby you're supposed to come back as a whole team and finish the task and you find maybe a task was not given to your group.
Yes.
See? It was given to my group, but because we have been late to finish it, we're trying to bring you in, to help, and you may find initially it wasn't your group's work, so you can not mind so much. Like it wasn't my problem. I finished mine, or we finished ours. That's how I understand it.
Okay. Because I remembered when we were talking about software ethics, software code of ethics, we talked about Number 2, where you should do your work with in public interest. So with public interest, it shouldn't be only about you only doing your work, but serving the public as public good, as you say. Yeah. Now, the final one, I think, is the one of fictionware or of the vaporware. And I was thinking about how someone talks about vaporware or fictionware.
Yeah.
And it comes about that, you know, that there may be some, it's an issue of bringing about integrity in the work. But I don't know how you people look at it.
Yeah, the element of fictionware.
Fictionware and vaporware.
Usually occurs when like an individual comes to deliver a system. Okay. But the agreed on features, functionality, they are invisible. They are not like the way they're supposed to be, according to the requirements.
Yeah. But also I think it can happen that some engineers are funny. They may decide to just request for the facilitation of the money, and they go away and they don't need to be seen again.
And they go without completing the work.
Without completing the work or even doing anything at all.
So in fictionware, the product exists but lacks key functionality. But vaporware, so let's talk about our 5 points.
Yeah, those 5 points, the code of ethics. Fine. 20. So, as a way of us controlling or being in a position where we can prevent the ethical dilemmas that we explained before, we may need to practice the code of ethics for professional engineers. But I don't know if some of you know some of the contents of that code of ethics.
A software engineer should perform according to the public good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But engineers should be guided in their relations by the highest standards of honesty and integrity.
Yes, honesty and integrity.
You already said engineers shall at all times fight to serve the public interest.
Yes.
What else?
They should maybe avoid using like the technical knowledge to fool the public.
By the way, and that is very common, because some of them may be talking about IDE.
Practices that can what? Deceive the public.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Then engineers shall not disclose confidential information.
So in conclusion,
Can conclude.
So in conclusion, we should always follow the code of ethics as a way to prevent these different ethical dilemmas, as stated before. Okay. So that is our tutorial. Thank you for watching very much. Peace.
thank you very much.
Welcome.